In the realm of human relationships, navigating the complexities of attraction, desire, and emotional connection can often feel like walking a tightrope. Have you ever wondered why some individuals seem to effortlessly draw others in, while others struggle to gain attention? What if the secret lies in the delicate balance of self-worth, strategic withdrawal, and psychological insights? This video explores the intersection of Stoic principles and dark psychology, offering a fresh perspective on fostering healthier relationships while maintaining personal integrity and intrigue. Recognizing self-worth at the core of any successful relationship is the unwavering recognition of one's self-worth. Why is it that so many individuals sacrifice their self-respect for the fleeting attention of others? In a world where validation often seems tied to external approval, it's essential to reclaim your power by acknowledging your inherent value. Recognizing your self-worth means refusing to beg for recognition or acceptance from anyone. It's about standing firm in your identity and understanding that you deserve respect, love, and attention on your own terms. How often do you find yourself compromising your values or dignity to gain someone else's approval? This pattern can lead to unhealthy dynamics, where one partner may dominate the relationship while the other feels diminished. By prioritizing self-worth, you create a foundation upon which healthy, respectful interactions can thrive. When you exude confidence and self-respect, others are drawn to you, not because you seek their approval, but because they recognize the value you bring to the table. Imagine approaching relationships with the mindset that you are already whole and complete, rather than seeking to fill a void. This shift in perspective not only enhances your own well-being, but also cultivates a more balanced dynamic in your interactions. How can embracing your self-worth change the way you engage with others? Silent withdrawal, one powerful technique that can shift the dynamics in relationships, is silent withdrawal. This method involves deliberately withdrawing your presence to create a sense of absence that prompts the other person to realize your true value. Have you ever noticed how people often take for granted what they have readily available? By stepping back and reducing your availability, you disrupt the expectation of constant presence, making your eventual interactions feel more significant and appreciated. The art of silent withdrawal requires confidence and self-awareness. It's not about playing games. Rather, it's a strategic move that encourages the other person to reflect on what they may be losing. This tactic can be particularly effective in situations where one partner may be taking the other for granted. When you withdraw, it sends a clear message. Your presence is valuable and it shouldn't be taken lightly. Consider the impact of your absence on the other person. Do they begin to appreciate your presence more? Do they seek out your attention with renewed vigor? By creating space, you invite a deeper sense of connection and appreciation that may have been lacking when you were always available. How might this practice of silent withdrawal enhance your interactions? Planting seeds of doubt. Another intriguing strategy for captivating attention is planting seeds of doubt. This technique involves subtly implying that you have options and are not exclusively focused on one person. By creating an air of mystery about your interests and connections, you keep the other person guessing. This uncertainty can stimulate curiosity and investment, prompting them to seek your attention more actively. Have you ever felt the thrill of competition? When someone knows that you have other options, it can ignite a spark of urgency. This push can encourage them to appreciate your presence more fully, fearing that they might lose out if they don't actively engage. However, it's essential to strike a balance. While it's effective to create intrigue, it should never veer into manipulation or dishonesty. How might your relationships shift if you adopted this mindset? Rather than being an open book, allowing others to see only select chapters of your life can make you more compelling and desirable. What would it look like to embrace this strategy while maintaining authenticity in your interaction? Creating false closeness, creating a sense of intimacy without fully revealing yourself, is another effective tactic in building relationships. By selectively sharing personal details, You foster a false closeness that intrigues others and encourages them to want to know more about you. This approach keeps the other person invested in your life, fostering curiosity and engagement. Why is it that we often feel the urge to share everything with those we care about? While openness is essential, it can also lead to a dilution of intrigue. When you hold back certain aspects of yourself, it encourages the other person to engage more deeply in the pursuit of understanding you. This doesn't mean being secretive. Rather, it's about fostering a dynamic where both partners are engaged in a continuous journey of discovery. Consider the power of sharing just enough to pique interest without revealing everything at once. How can this approach encourage a richer dialogue and a deeper connection? What mysteries might you retain to cultivate ongoing curiosity in your relationships? Push and pull dynamic. The push and pull dynamic is a well-known strategy in relationships that can be highly effective when executed mindfully. By being intermittently available, engaging warmly one moment and withdrawing the next, you create a rhythm that keeps the other person wanting more. This dynamic fosters a sense of anticipation and excitement, making interactions feel more dynamic and alive. Have you ever noticed how feelings of desire can fluctuate in relationships? When someone is always available, the thrill of the chase often diminishes. By engaging in a push and pull approach, you keep the other person on their toes, prompting them to invest more effort to maintain your connection. This dynamic can enhance emotional investment and deepen feelings of attraction. However, it's crucial to strike a balance. This strategy should be used thoughtfully, ensuring that it fosters genuine connection rather than manipulation. How might embracing this dynamic create a more exhilarating experience in your relationship? Mixed signals. The intrigue created by mixed signals can be both thrilling and confusing. Sending contradictory cues can keep the other person guessing about your feelings and intention. This emotional roller coaster can create a heightened sense of focus and investment as they seek to decipher your true emotions. Consider the excitement of uncertainty, how it can spark intense feelings of curiosity and desire. When someone receives mixed signals, it compels them to pay closer attention to your actions and words, analyzing every interaction for hidden meanings. This heightened awareness can lead to deeper emotional engagement. Yet, while mixed signals can create intrigue, it's essential to navigate this territory with care. Clear communication is vital in any relationship, and while ambiguity can be stimulating, it shouldn't lead to misunderstandings or hurt feelings. How might you harness the power of mixed signals to foster curiosity without crossing into confusion? The mirage of need, showing a vulnerable side without becoming dependent on the other person, is a delicate balance known as the mirage of need. This strategy encourages you to express your emotions and vulnerabilities, fostering a sense of connection without losing your independence. When you share your struggles, it creates an emotional bond, making the other person feel valued while maintaining your autonomy. Why is it important to strike this balance? When vulnerability is paired with independence, it signals strength and self-awareness. This dynamic allows for deeper connections without the risk of becoming overly reliant on the other person for validation or support. Think about how often you allow yourself to be vulnerable in relationships. How can you share your feelings without compromising your sense of self? By maintaining this balance, you can create a more enriching experience for both partners, fostering intimacy without sacrificing independence. Creating a rivalry. The introduction of a subtle rivalry can be a compelling tactic in relationships. By implying that others appreciate you, you encourage the other person to feel the need to compete for your attention. This competition can ignite a sense of urgency and investment, prompting them to recognize your value more fully. How often do we overlook the importance of competition in relationships? While it's essential to foster a healthy dynamic, introducing an element of rivalry can motivate individuals to put forth more effort to win your attention. This can lead to increased appreciation and respect, as they see you as someone worthy of admiration. However, it's crucial to approach this tactic ethically. The goal is to enhance connection and investment, not to manipulate or create unnecessary drama. How might fostering a healthy sense of competition elevate your relationships? Limited access, creating a sense of limited access, can significantly increase your value in the eyes of others. By making yourself less accessible, you enhance the significance of each interaction. When someone knows they can't have you whenever they want, it adds an element of desirability and appreciation. Consider how the scarcity principle works in relationships. When something is perceived as limited, it becomes more desirable. By being intentional about your availability, you can cultivate a greater appreciation for your presence and foster deeper connections. How can you implement limited access in your relationships without appearing distant or uninterested? What boundaries might you set to ensure your value is recognized and appreciated? Delayed response. The power of not responding immediately to messages can create a sense of anticipation and excitement in relationships. When you delay your responses, it prompts the other person to consider their place in your life. This tactic can enhance the emotional investment in your connection, as they wonder about your feelings and intention. Have you ever felt the thrill of waiting for a response from someone you admire? This anticipation can heighten emotions and foster a deeper connection. By practicing delayed responses, you allow space for the other person to reflect on their feelings and investment in the relationship. However, it's essential to use this tactic mindfully. While creating anticipation can be exciting, it shouldn't lead to feelings of neglect or frustration. How can you balance delayed responses with clear communication to ensure both partners feel valued and engaged? Intensifying doubt, creating a sense of uncertainty about your level of interest, can encourage the other person to invest more in securing their place in your life. When individuals feel unsure about your feelings, they often become more proactive in their pursuit of your attention. This strategy can stimulate deeper emotional engagement, prompting them to consider what they might lose if they don't actively invest in the relationship. How can you cultivate this sense of doubt without crossing the line into manipulation? By being intentional about your interactions and leaving room for interpretation, you can enhance emotional investment while maintaining authenticity. Consider how often you express your feelings openly. What might it look like to hold back just enough to encourage the other person to reflect on their feelings and commitment? By intensifying doubt, you invite a more profound level of engagement and investment. Hooks. Weaving yourself into the other person's future plans creates an emotional anchor that makes them think of you as someone significant. By subtly integrating your presence into their vision of the future, you foster a deeper connection that transcends the present moment. This strategy not only reinforces your importance in their life, but also encourages them to invest more in the relationship. How often do you consider the role you play in someone else's future? By expressing interest in their aspirations and weaving yourself into those plans, you solidify your place in their life. This emotional connection can enhance intimacy and commitment, creating a sense of shared purpose and vision. What steps can you take to become an integral part of someone's future plans? By fostering this connection, you enhance your significance in their life and encourage a deeper commitment to the relationship. Conclusion: navigating relationships with Stoic wisdom and psychological insight. Mastering relationships involves a delicate interplay of self-worth, strategic withdrawal, and psychological insights. By recognizing your value and employing tactics such as silent withdrawal, planting seeds of doubt, and creating intrigue, you can shift the dynamics in your interactions. Facing strategies like mixed signals, limited access, and future hooks enhances emotional investment and cultivates deeper connections. As you navigate the complexities of human interaction, remember the importance of maintaining your integrity and authenticity. These principles should guide your actions, ensuring that your relationships are built on respect and mutual understanding. By integrating Stoic wisdom and insights from dark psychology, you can create an intriguing presence that captivates attention without overtly seeking it.